trying to get a wheelie going. I had a great one, of course I didn't have the camera on. Felt really comfortable. I still wasn't at the balance point. I was still out trying to, I was still chasing it. And that one, my balance is just not right. Oh, that one grabbed my wheel a little bit. Kind of yanked it to the right. That was not a smart place to wheelie. I got a turn coming up. Mr. Splunge is running a little rich. Reminds me of riding in Colorado with that DR350. That thing was running really rich. Call that thing Paris Hilton. It was really rich. Ooh, you son. Riding with no Bluetooth because my microphone's dead. So I could hear them if they were talking to me, and we're not on Cena, so we all can't talk to each other at the same time. So I just said, I will just do my own thing today and let these guys get to know one another. All right, Mr. Splunge, where are we headed? Looks like we've done 11 miles. Sounds good. Of course, the best wheelie I had, I didn't have the camera on.
I saw one of them. He was bragging on you.
Yeah, I looked in my mirror and I was like, dang, Brandon didn't even see that one. I was still chasing it, still can't find the balance point, you know.
Right.
Here you go. This is what happens when you have a short kickstand. You bring your own little adapters. This is a nice, fun little trail. Nothing real technical, just fly along.
Yeah, exactly. I consider it more of a scenic route.
Yeah. That's one thing I hated about being in Moab. We couldn't talk to each other. So you sit there and you're like, what's the problem? Okay, so we are back on the trail. I can't even remember. We're back on the horse trail. I can't even remember what it's called. Well, seeing that big old group of people back there, that's great. I mean, had no idea who they were. But every time you get out on a trail like this and you see some people, it's like you're just meeting one of your brothers, one of your dual sport brothers, as the guy from Alaska. He always says, hey, my dual sport brother, there's a pheasant. Nice. But he always says, love your videos, my dual sport brother. And that's totally what it's like. It's with the things we have in common, and it's just awesome. It's totally fun to meet and talk to people and talk bikes. And they actually needed to borrow some of my tools, which was totally fine. They needed a 14 millimeter, and I happened to have one. Being that I'm on Katara with her top box, we got plenty of provisions. It's always nice to be prepared. I was telling Izzy Glandy about it when I went to Colorado. We hardly needed anything out of it, and he says, that's because you brought it. If you didn't bring it, then you would have needed it. And that's so true. It's almost like a preventative measure. Was that Murphy's Law thing, right? Oh, stick got me good. Good thing I had my rib protector on. That's one thing I've been using for quite some time whenever I take it out on the dirt, even sometimes when I'm taking on a crazy street ride. I bought a football rib protector, and I'll wear that when I ride. It's kind of warm in the summer sometimes, but it's worth it because of the major wrecks that I've had. The ribs are the first thing to get hit. Crashing on the street or crashing on the dirt, you know, your elbow ends up going into your body, and you crush your ribs, and it hurts for a long time. So having that rib protector for football is really nice because it dissipates that energy, spreads it out, makes it a whole lot nicer. I think I've talked about that one time with when I was riding with the Ducati. Mr. Cookie King, I haven't heard from him in a while. I ought to give him a holler now that the weather is getting better. It is. Someday, I'd like to get me one of those Ducati desert sleds. Oh, that is my dream machine right there. That would be awesome. They weigh about the same thing as this KLR, and they got tons of more suspension travel than your actual Ducati Scrambler, which is the engine and the frame and everything. It's just got a lot better suspension, and boy, woo! That's what I would love. Absolutely would love something like that. But I've got a lot of other stuff going on. Actually thinking about selling a bunch of bikes and maybe reshuffling the herd. Thomas is my son Roy, Ride On Youth. Woo! My son has not been able to go out with me as much due to his school schedule and stuff, and so I just don't think we need as many bikes. And actually, my buddy Brandon, I'm seeing if he'll buy my stuff. That'd be nice. He's not making quite the big bucks yet, but he is a doctor. He's still in his residency. But, you know, hey, it'd be nice to have, oh, there's a nice little donut somebody did. It'd be nice to maybe sell everything and get one particular bike. But I've always said in the past, it's always better to have cheap bikes that are purpose, you know, like a cheap dirt bike, cheap street bike, less than one bike that will do everything like a KLR, but it doesn't do any one thing great. If you have more than one bike, you can, you know, specialize, and that makes it awesome. And it's fun to have multiple bikes, but it's a pain when it comes to tires. It's a pain when it comes to oil changes. Any kind of maintenance issues, it's a pain. Insurance, you know, stuff like that. So, all right, hey, thanks for riding with me and you all fellas from North Carolina that we ran into on this trail. Hope you're having a great dual sport day, and I will catch you later. Ah, dang it, I did it again. Oh no, I got it. Ah, I got it. I'm in the red.